Hey everyone, good evening.
Hello.
So Nate and I, so close, decided to do our live video, a discussion about being intentional in your marriage. You want to talk about it, babe?
Yeah. You can start. We're gonna wait a little bit, or you gonna give a little.
Yeah, we're gonna wait a little bit. We haven't been on here in a little while, so yeah, we can. Let me figure out how to get this camera situated real quick.
Is that good right there? That's good.
That's cool.
Good. That's fine.
So what's up, y'all? How's everybody's Sunday going? Hopefully good. We've had a long day.
Very long day. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Smelly. I've been in the yard, so I smell like outside. I smell like yard.
Yeah, yard, and he had a basketball game, so that was.
Yes, what 5? We only had 5 today, but man, I've been in the yard because I was actually trying to cut the grass yesterday, and it just warmed up out here. The grass was like this long, and it was bees everywhere. Man, I had a can of Raid in my pocket. And I'm not lying to you. I'm spraying while I'm cutting. People looking at me like I'm crazy. But so I went out there today to finish, and then I had the backyard, the off backyard spray to keep the bugs away and stuff. So it works for 8 weeks. So,
which is good because we've had a little ant issue within the last week or so with the weather kind of getting warm. We've had that, and bugs are coming out. Bees, wasps. I've seen them a lot.
Torres got stung in the face yesterday.
Oh,
he
gosh.
went out just,
that's awful.
Yeah, just his first day out there. So,
hey.
Yeah. Who you saying hey to?
Auntie.
I got my glasses on, so I can't.
She said, y'all tired? Yes.
I got a piece of grass in my eye. It's been a long weekend, man. Mama came up, and both the moms were here with Poppy and Aunt Donna. And we hung out with them. We were supposed to.
Yeah.
We were supposed to go to Centennial.
Yeah, we were going to go to the park yesterday, but. Yeah. We decided not to. We just hung out here and.
Because Aria fell asleep right. We were about to leave.
Yeah.
And we moved on her schedule.
Yeah, we do move on Aria's schedule. It's her world. We're just kind of living in it.
She popped Sade yesterday.
She did. She popped me on the hand.
In public.
After I popped her for doing something, she turned around and was like, right back at me. Yeah. I was like, it took everything in me not to laugh because it was funny, but I didn't want her to see me laughing. So.
Yeah, excuse me, brother. I got a piece of. I guess I got something in my eye, a piece of grass or something. I don't know. I wasn't wearing my goggles out there.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So we wanted to get on and do a Facebook Live because we haven't done one in quite some time, and just to kind of put some people back onto us. We have been going between Facebook Lives and YouTube videos, but we wanted to hop on here and just chit chat with you guys, not for very long.
For a brief moment.
For a brief moment. In your Sunday, afternoon. I know everybody is probably getting things ready for the work week and, winding on down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but we just wanted to talk to you guys about being intentional in your marriage. And that's something that we learned pretty early on, even in our premarital counseling. Pastor Sawyer,
yep.
He told us, there's things like sometimes just life in itself can drive a wedge between you and your spouse, and before you know it, you're looking up and you're like, oh, hey, you're still here.
And you don't know the other person.
You don't know the other person,
and that happens little by little, day at a time,
right?
And
having kids. We're very active in our church. He's involved in sports. Our son is involved in sports. And as, the children get older, they'll be involved even more in extracurricular activities. So, it's easy to just get caught up in life. What Auntie say?
I don't have a marriage, but you gotta. She dropped her phone, so.
Oh, okay.
I could look on it on my phone. But see, the thing is, and I was watching this guy. I forgot his name. I wish I had his name. Let me see, because I want to let people know. But he has Jimmy Evans. I've been watching. Jimmy Evans.
Is that Tony Evans' brother? Oh, okay, no.
Not. But Jimmy Evans, he has a sermon called "Training Your Mouth for Marriage," and so I got bored one day. She knows I do a lot of research and stuff, and so I was sitting there watching it. And one of the things he talks about, and another one, the 4 keys to making a marriage work, is when people get involved in things that aren't necessarily bad things. You know, he said that's when it gets tricky.
Yeah,
is you're getting involved in stuff, but they aren't bad things. You're taking the kid. He said when the kids are little, you know, that's kind of like you get invested in your kids, and you start to love your kids. They smiled at me. They're walking this and that. He said, but guess what? They're going to get bigger. Exactly. Then they're going to be involved in more stuff.
Yeah.
And he said, you know, you're taking the kids to the movies. You're taking them to soccer practice. You're taking them to baseball games and stuff like that. That's not bad stuff.
Yeah.
But it just gets in the way of your wife or your husband or whatever. And so where are your priorities lie? Are you prioritizing your spouse? And I think we're going to do a YouTube video on that one. I wrote it down and everything. But there's those Instagram posts, and the people put who comes first, and it has like 6 or 8 boxes.
Yeah, like
you know, wife,
mother,
mom, baby mama, baby daddy, blah blah blah. And the last one I saw had daughter / son, and then wife, and then mother, baby moms, mother-in-law, or whatever. And I say 9 out of 10 people on there, I don't know if they're married or not because I don't profile stalk. 9 out of 10 people were like son or daughter, and then mother, and then wife, and they were like, because mom's family, son and daughter definitely come first, this and that. It's not the case.
Right.
It's not the case.
Right.
Your wife or your husband comes first, prioritizing that, like you said.
Yes.
And making it a priority to make them first in your life.
Exactly. And that's something that, you know, a lot of people, especially women, sometimes think, well, my kids come before, you know.
Bring who on camera? Sorry, babe, go ahead.
But biblically, you know, our spouse is supposed to be, you know, other than our relationship with Christ, our spouse is the next one in line that we need to, you know, prioritize even before our children. And that's something that, you know, my parents definitely showed, you know, in their marriage. You know, that was the example that I had. And I know that's the same thing, you know, with your family.
Because the two shall become one.
Exactly.
They don't say that in the word. The two shall become one with their wife and their children.
Right.
And no, we are to become one.
Right.
So that we can become a team and a partnership to raise them.
Exactly.
Because they're a temporary assignment.
Yes.
One day they're gonna be gone, and then I'm gonna be stuck with her. She's gonna be stuck with me,
right?
And I'm gonna be like,
and I don't want to look up and be like, oh, who are you?
Yeah. Oh,
when
did you start playing Parcheesi
right.
or something like that? You know, so
right. You don't even know your spouse because you've invested so much time, and it can happen so easily. Like we even noticed, you know, as you know, we had Aria and Micah being involved in things like that. We noticed how, you know, at the end of the day, do I have anything left even to give you? You know, because it's so easy that you just get caught up in life. We both work. We, you know, have 2 young children. Like I said, we're involved in our church and ministry. And even, you know, talk about what Dr. Miles Monroe shared in that one where he was saying how the Bible says Christ, you know, husbands love your wife as Christ has loved the church and gave himself for it. And sometimes even ministry, people will put ministry above, before their spouse.
Before their spouse. And God never told you to do that.
Right.
You know, he said, husband love your wives as Christ loved the church. Christ, you know, and that was an example. Yes. You know, the church is Christ's bride.
Right.
You know, we have our bride.
Right.
You know, and so other than your relationship, but people kind of mix that up because your relationship with God is supposed to be first.
Right.
You know, but your relationship from God is kind of separate from your ministry from God, because your personal relationship with God is just that, it's personal.
Yes.
You know, but your ministry is when you're stepping aside from your personal relationship with God and maybe leading a flock, maybe playing the drums, singing, piano, whatever. You know, but if we have some turmoil going on at the house or whatever, you know, that's one thing I like about our church, you know, is if you're not right personally, you know, or if you might be struggling with something, they're going to say, you take care of that first before you get up here, you know, because that's what comes first, your personal relationship with God, then my wife, then the kids, you know. I got so frustrated when I was reading that, you know, one person said kids, baby mom, because this is who I had the kid with, wife, mother, you know, and I was just like, no, it's God, wife, kids, and my mom. Right. You know, my mom don't come before my wife. Right. You know? Right. And I don't care how cool your mom, my mom's dope. Right. She don't come before my wife. You know, my kids don't come before my wife. Right. You know, so a lot of people get that misconstrued, and that message is pushed, man. It's pushed out there in the world heavy. Satan's not stupid,
right?
You know, if I can just drop little subtle hints, get into your subconscious, program you without even recognizing it or knowing it, then you'll get into your subconscious and you'll act like that. You won't even know why. Why is my marriage in trouble? Why are we not prioritizing? It feels like we haven't spent time together in months because you haven't.
Right.
You know, your roommates.
Exactly.
You know,
and that's something I never want us to get to, where we're just like buddies, just chill. You know, roommates, like you said. That's not what I want. And ultimately, you know, your family is your first ministry. You know, that is your top priority at the end of the day, you know, when it comes to the time that you allocate in church. And I will say, for personal examples, my father, he's been in ministry all my life, you know, he made sure that he made time for his family. We were his top priority, his family as a whole. And so just different ways about being intentional, making sure you don't negate the time that you need to spend with your spouse. I think for us, one of the things that works with us, because we don't always have sitters, you know, it's not always...
We'll never have sitters.
We do occasionally, but we really... we really try to be mindful, like, okay, babe, like, I'll text him even during the day, hey, we need to, you know, connect later. We need to, you know, let's just have a little quiet time with just me and you know, making sure, because it's easy for him to go watch his sports and me be in another room watching something, you know, but we really try to be intentional with the time that we spend with one another. And it doesn't even always have to be an official date night or going out, even though those are great things.
I mean, they're great things, but if you wait on that, you can be in some serious trouble.
Exactly. You shouldn't have to wait for a date night to connect with your spouse. You know, I enjoy some of our best moments are us just sitting on the couch, laughing together, looking at YouTube videos, or, you know, just something
me
crazy.
Helping you with Jeopardy.
Yeah, him helping me with my Jeopardy on my phone. But like, those are moments that we love and that we're able to just get off, even if we have to get off of our phones and just sit down and talk, you know, about his day or what's going on with him, you know, basketball, whatever the case may be. It's just that moment for us to really connect. The kids are in bed, you know, and it's just time for him and I. So I think that's just so important, because as, you know, you get married and you have children, and just being involved in life in itself can really draw a wedge between you and your spouse before you know it. So that's why I think it's so important to be intentional about the time you spend with your spouse. Connect, even if it's, you know, 5 or 10 minutes out of the day, an hour. Allocate some time to connect with your spouse, because it's important. It's important. You know, he's my best friend, and, you know, not only are we married and do I love him, but I like him. I love his company. I like hanging out with him, you know, and that's important. You have to like your spouse. You know, I know some people that are like, yeah, I love him, but I don't really be hanging out with my husband like that. And I'm like, really? Okay, well, you know, I guess that works for y'all. But for us, you know, I actually love being with him. You know, we have a good time.
Yeah, we do.
We really do. And that was something that we established way in the beginning. You know, before we even became official, we talked all the time. You know, we talked a lot, like just about life. You know, and so that's one thing that I think is really important. So make time to, you know, strengthen your marriage. You know, like I said, if you can't find a sitter, just dedicate some sort of time with your spouse just to reconnect, you know. So even if you have to shut the TV off and just have pillow talk.
I mean, put the kids to bed.
Kids to bed.
Dude, that's what we use for.
I be counting down.
They go to bed at
down for them to go to bed.
One's still up right now, but they go to bed at. I already go to bed between 7 and 7:30, and then Michael between 7:30 and 8. You know,
and I can't wait, because that's the only time that we really.
It is what it is. We love them.
We love them.
But y'all gotta go.
Hey. I'll be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Night. You ready? Get up.
Yeah.
Get up.
Yeah, let's go. And that's what. But see, come 8 o'clock, you know, we can do whatever we want to do. So if we want to talk, we can talk. If we're gonna separate and kind of like do our own thing, like me go watch my game and her watch her shows, we can do that. If I'm gonna read, you know, and I really just think it's about. First of all, my number one tip would be these. Put these doggone things away.
Yes.
You know, I know so many guys. Matter of fact, most of my single friends. That's the reason why they single. That's their number one top. So if any single people ever run across this video throughout the world of the web, Put your phone down. Like all the guys I know that are single or divorced, I got some divorced friends. One of the main things that they came, them down go phones.
Yeah.
It came up. It came up
Yeah.
all the time. Guess what? I need your attention.
Yeah.
You know, if we together, what's more important? What's going on with your phone, which is temporary? Because when you leave me, guess what? You can pick your phone up,
Right.
find out what's going on
Right.
anyway. But that, and also just realizing moments. You know, being present. Find a person that's a widow. You know, ask them how quick time flies.
Yeah.
You know, and enjoying that moment, no matter how small it might seem, when that person's in front of you. You know, that's what we're really working on now. You know, just in little itty bitty things, man. You know, Aria do something stupid, I'm like, babe, look. You know, or I'll be doing something. She's like, babe, you know, you're gonna miss it, and we gotta stop and realize what's really important. Do you really love that person that's in front of you? Well, show it, act like it. You know, just don't say it.
Yeah.
You know, so the moments, man, prioritize the moments and be present in the moments and really understand that time is like this.
Yeah.
You know, so one day that person's, one of you gonna be gone.
Yeah.
You know, so enjoy every second while you got it.
Definitely. And so I think it's important, you know, anything that you want to see it grow and flourish and become stronger, you have to nurture it. You have to put in the work to see that come, you know, for it to bear fruit. And so we want our marriage to grow and continually to, you know, get stronger and better. And so, you know, putting in that work is being intentional about your time with that person. You know, like we have a rule where we're not really on our phones when we're in the bed, because that's a huge, you know, sometimes you pick up your phone and you just don't even realize that you do it because it's a habit. You're just so used to any downtime. I notice when I fast from using my phone, or social media, should I say, when I fast from that, I'm like, man, you don't realize how much time you spend on your phone.
She would
you know,
pick it up and put it down.
Yeah, like,
Like,
yeah, because it's like, even any down moment that you have, you're in the doctor's office in the waiting room, you're picking up your phone, seeing what's going on. It's like we do it just so out of habit. When you take that aspect out, you're like, man, I really waste a lot of time on my phone. And so that's one thing that we really try to work on. We're not perfect in it, but you know, there's times that, you know, we just are like, hey, we're in bed, like this is our time, you know, this is the end of the day, this is our time to just, you know, recap, and I'm on my phone, you know, looking at nothing important. You know, my husband's right next to me.
something ain't gonna be there. It's gonna be there tomorrow.
Exactly.
It'll be there tomorrow.
Exactly. So be intentional. That's the key we just wanted to talk about today. It's just making time for what's important. And we believe our marriage is, you know, something special, and we want to make the necessary steps to see it grow, to see it flourish, for it to be what God wants it to be. We want it to grow and become stronger, and so we have to put in the work to do that. And so that was our little tidbit for today, Sunday night.
We're gonna start doing. We got some YouTube videos. We gotta start posting.
Yeah, we're
gonna start doing two a week.
Yeah.
So one YouTube and then one
live.
live again. Because a lot of people have been saying, why y'all do live? I'm like, hey, we're going straight to YouTube. And they're like, no, go live.
Yeah.
Too. Like, do it both.
We've had a lot of people ask about the lives. So that's why we wanted to get back on and just, you know, show our faces again and get some viewers.
This time we won't be so tired.
Yeah.
And we hope you ain't tired either. We hope y'all good to go. Because it is 8 o'clock on a Sunday.
It is.
And even I love Mondays though, but a lot of people hate Mondays.
Yeah, a lot of people, Mondays are a little rough, but
I love Mondays, man. Get you started. How you finish your week is, you know, depending on how you start your week. So I love hitting Mondays hard. Hit it hard.
That's right. So,
anyway,
thank you guys for tuning in. We will be posting this to our YouTube channel, so you guys can still go there, because we want to build up our subscribers on YouTube. Get that channel really going, because we're going to be having a lot of content on there. But all of our live videos will get posted to our YouTube channel. So subscribe, share it, like it. Let us know what you guys think. Give us any feedback. You know, we definitely would love to hear it. So y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening.
And if anybody's seen Kawhi Leonard, y'all let me know. I gotta talk to him. I got a message for him. So just let me know. Just hit me up.
All right, y'all. Have a great week, and we will see you guys later on this week. All right, bye.
See you later.